Hello everyone, welcome to another video. So today I'm here inside our lovely 318IS Class 2 and we got a tool in here that we will be using today. I'm not sure you guys can see because the light is on. Wait, there's no light now. So what this is a tool I use to measure the pressure drop inside the intake manifold, so I can measure the efficiency the engine is losing and stuff like that. So I'm going to be doing that to see like why our manifolds, one of the reasons why our manifolds make so much difference in power, and then I will also be installing cams today. So we're passing this car today from a stage 2 to a stage 3. So I'm going to dyno the car. At the moment we are already on the dyno. I strapped the car in, everything is done. So we're going to be installing the cams. But I'm going to dyno before and after on the same day, as I always like to do. And one thing I will do, like, I will only see the power at wheels because the power at flywheel is completely irrelevant. So it's the important thing is what goes to the wheels. As I mentioned before on other videos, to me that's what matters the most. So that's what actually makes where you see if car is faster or not. And then because the way the dynos calculate power at flywheel, I don't find them to be the most accurate. They work well, but they might not work well. So I rather just look at power at wheels, which is what matters to me. So you can work through that on a delta. So if the car, like at the flywheel stock, makes this amount of power, then it makes this at wheels. You can work it out that way. We dyno loads of this stock, and completely stock. The best we've seen was 110 at wheels. The lowest we've seen was 100. So this is power at wheels once again. They normally land on the middle. If they have a performance exhaust, they gain a little bit, as I explained on other videos like the car throttle one. So today we're going to be just doing that. I'm going to dyno it before, after, and then I'll keep on showing you what's happening and stuff. I'm going to do a time lapse of me installing the cams, which you should be straight after the dyno results on the stock and then the cam. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. So guys, what we have here is our setup. So it's at 0, the engine is off, so the pressure differential, as you can see, it's 0. And then in here, what we got is a stock 318IS, an LC one that I shows. So I don't want to compare it with a car that dyno low power, because it's not quite fair, because I know this engine is quite healthy. So we're going to start doing the dyno pulls. our dyno pulls are done, done a few tests, and so we got now the stock one versus our stage 2. So 112 at the wheels and stage 2 132. There's a little bit of a loss down low, as you guys can see, but then it's all justified towards the top end on it. So we rev slightly more than what we need, to be honest, but it's only because the software is already done for the stage 3, which includes the cams. We also seen the pressure differentials, and we have like quite a big drop top end, and that explains why also in here it does, the curve has this shape coming down. We got like 3 kilopascals difference, which would straighten up the curve like quite a lot, and of course it would make easily 140 to 145 at wheels, still on the stock cams. Yeah, so these are the results. Like this is still on the stock cam, so yeah, this is it. So we gained power, like we just lost a little bit. There's more power and torque, like from 4200 RPM. You can see it's considerably different. So I'll take the torque curve out of the way, because this is the power at wheels, it's what really matters. And we got in here, let's say it's 6000, there's an 18 bhp difference. So yeah, this is a completely stock one to this one, it is a stage 2. This engine is quite healthy on this car. It's only 70,000 miles. The other car was 120,000 miles, so probably the difference wouldn't be as big, but this still had very healthy numbers at 112 bhp at the wheels. So yeah, M44s, both of this. Now guys, time lapse is done. Let's hope she starts. Fingers crossed, everything is fine and I haven't forgotten anything. Make sure it's all, nothing is in the way. That's it. Should be good. All good, few runs, so I have to let her warm up now. Then I'll start doing some dyno pulls. Let's keep going. So guys, I just finished installing the cams. The car is now getting up to temperature. We got laptop ready with the stage 2 stock and now with the cams fitted. I'm just going to warm up the transmission a bit and then I'm going to do the pulls. So this is going to stay here and I'm also going to change the intake. Not intake manifold today. I'm going to change the intake like the original airbox to a freer breathing system, which we know it works. We tested on stage 2 and we gain around 3 bhp at the wheels, which is not a lot, but it's average. It's just stronger everywhere. So I know on stage 3 the gain is around 5 bhp at the wheels, but we will test that again today. Yeah, so just to give you an update, the car is running, getting up to temperature. Also, one thing that is important to mention, on this car, like, this is my class 2. I said that earlier, like not mine, BDS, I mean. And I've done a slightly different cam timing to what I would do on a customer stage 3. The main reason for that is because I'm going to be fitting our intake manifold on the near future, and I don't want to have to readjust the cam timing again just to see the full potential of it. So yeah, just a clarification there. So guys, we just had the results, and as you can see, there's not a lot of gain with the cams, and I will explain to you in a minute. As I mentioned to you before, so the cam timing I've done is not quite as suitable to the stock intake manifold as it is to our intake, but we still have gains all across. And the other thing is, the stock airbox is now a very big restriction, so this is the only reason why we only seen 2 bhp of gain. Now I'm going to do the intake, so take the stock airbox away, and then we're going to see another gain. So again, it's not an impressive gain for the cams, but as I explained, I could have seen a far bigger gain if I had done the cam timing to suit the stock intake manifold, which I haven't. So stay tuned, I'll show you next the result with the intake. So that's it guys. Now intake is in, like I done something, you can see there's missing the airbox. There's a stack with a bend, and now it's more representative of the actual cam gain. So we went from 132 to 139, and our average power went up by almost 10 bhp. So this is a considerable gain, and you can see like the higher the RPM, the bigger the difference is. The original airbox is quite restrictive for this sort of setup that I left on the cam, but you know, we still have gains all the way from 3200 RPM, and there's no area where it is any weaker than stock. I'm going to put a complete stock one to compare now with this one, and you can see like it matches the stock curve, and then let me select the right one. Yeah, matches the stock curve all the way through, then just starts pulling away. At 6000 RPM there's a 26 bhp difference, the stock one versus the stage 3. This is quite a big difference at wheels. Like the biggest power we have, so the higher you rev it, more noticeable it is. As you can see, I'm going to take the torque curve off the way so you can see the power at the wheels, and the more you rev, the higher the difference is. And so this is what counts to going from 104 average horsepower to 135 average horsepower. So my target on stage 3 was to make us to the wheels what they do make at the flywheel from factory, and we are now at close to 140 at the wheels, which is a decent number for an engine that you open the bonnet and look stock. This is it. I'm going to do a bit more testing. Now at the moment I'm with a short ram. I'm going to put a longer ram because I know they boost up the torque, and that will give me a higher average power. So that's what I'm aiming for. So there you have it. We have now the long ram versus the short ram. As you can see, it gained a considerable amount of torque in here, and towards the top always made a little bit more, contributing to the 100 and so we now have 142 at the wheels. Let me just take all the tests that don't matter here. So this one matters, this one matters, stock airbox, this one also didn't test. That's it. I always dyno more than once, as you guys know, so to compare. So this is how it is now, the stage 2 versus the stage 3. This is the most aggressive stage 3 we have, and you can see it's quite a difference. The thing I like the most on it is the nice torque curve it has all the way from here. Starts as a very nice torque curve all the way through. Now we're making the 142 at wheels, which is a very good number for a stage 3. Remember, this is not the usual cam timing again. With our intake, this would make around 155 at wheels. So yeah, we got now 138 of average power. This is, I always calculate between 5.5 to 7,000 RPM. But compared to a stock one, you can see now there's quite a big difference on the stock one versus our stage 3. You also can see like this is the power at wheels, but sometimes different wheels can cause different readings, but you can see even here they both have the same drag at wheels. Yeah, so I think this is quite a good result. I'm going to leave it there for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you have learned something new about it.